Good afternoon. It's still Sunday here in California, USA. We had a very good live today on a YouTube channel, and also I share with some moment on Instagram. And I want to thank you all on the YouTube channel, Instagram, and TikTok for your support and participation, conversation. Everything was great. Thank you for being there and considering our talk an important element for learning and growing as a human being. That's matter of fact is my main objective, if we can say that, if you can call objective. But what I really intend to do is just, share with you, share with the human race how I see things, what I see after studying, reading for decades. My entire life was trying to understand God, God existence, God's teachings, and all those principles, doctrines that we have out there. After many years of studies and reading, I came to my own conclusion, and I would like to share with you. But then again, it's my own conclusion. First, about time. To me, I came to the conclusion that time does not exist. There is no such a thing as time. Consequently, when you talk about existence, eternity, it's a very relative. It's kind of hard for many people to understand, kind of complex issue and you know way or way of seeing things. But I feel and I understand my own understand that time is absolutely relative. Time was creation of a human being. Anything outside of this planet, as far as we can see and understand, let me make myself clear on this one too. It's a concept of creations, you know, like this planet. We think things on this prospect of life. And the problem with human nature is that we have too much of religious influence, doctrines, and that kind of complicates even more the understanding of what life really is. The other thing that I kind of struggled for many decades, even as a religious person that I used to be, was to understand the concept of God, the concept and the nature of God. And more I study, more I read about it, less I understood. One of the problems that I have about all the gods out there that people talks about, the Muslims, the so-called Christian religions, which I don't think the Christian religions understand what Christianity is. That's a subject for maybe a different time or conversation. Um, evangelicals, Judaism, all the other religions out there. And the problem is doctrines. That kind of complicates the matter even more. So I still believe, well, I'll take that back. I don't believe in believing. I don't know why I'm still using that word. But I think that the concept of God, generally speaking, it's too much for me to understand. For instance, genocide, when it comes to the infinite of love, it's one of the descriptions of God, of God's, qualities, if you may call this quality, is the infinite love. When I stop right there, I hear all the arguments about it, all the arguments about killings. The religion tend to blame the other guy, the evil. They gave different names for the evil, right? Lucifer is one of them, devil, etc. But we forget to understand this is all religions or religion creation. And matter of fact, in many doctrines, you're gonna see that Christ and Lucifer or devil came from the same God, and that complicates even more. So anyway, looking through this lens of doctrines out there and God's definition, I came to the conclusion that if there is a God out there, we are all wrong. All these religions out there are wrong about it. They know less and less about it. When you look into the scientific point of view or lenses, things get even more complicated, because one thing I kind of understood about science, that science raises more questions than answers, which is in a way is a good thing. In another way, it leaves us kind of alone and with this mystery of creation for many. Maybe for many other theories out there, maybe life, it is what it is. There is nothing really special about it. And I read some weeks ago about the creation and the humans itself on this planet. That is, that so many things had to happen so we became what we are. And for this planet to become what this planet is, which according to science one day is going to end, which is pretty much what the religion says in a different way, right? We know that one day this planet is going to cease of exist, gone. Some theories as calculations of the scientists, they talk about the moon that is little by little distancing from the Earth. I read about this too. And this is obviously going to bring some consequences to this planet. No, not mention that some other time of the universe time, talking about that again. Like I said, time is relative. This Earth was suffer a bunch of asteroid attacks, if I may call that, or catastrophes, and which caused most of destructions of our creation. But that again is kind of confusing too. But the point is, people bring the question and the possibilities of other planets similar to this one, which I don't think it's impossible. I believe that it's silly for us to think that we are the only ones. Even some scriptures talk about other worlds, other planets, other, civilizations. And the main religions out there talk about that too, but they want to put in a different prospect, the religious prospect. So I guess what I'm trying to say is this. Regardless, I came to a few very important conclusions. One, all we have to do to have a good life, or at least kind of a good life, is do the right thing, do the good stuff. When I say right thing or good stuff, I'm not talking about doctrines or religious prospect. As a human, as a person, we know what we should do, at least most of it. Simple things. Take care of our home, which is this planet, right? Stay away from conflicts. Don't take part of it. There is no such a thing as a good war. That is not true. It doesn't exist. War is bad. We are killing our own, creation. Not mention that we disregard other creations on this planet when we involve in wars, because other, animals are killed too in the process. But looks like we don't care much about it. But tens of thousands of people die every year because of things that we caused, right? And I guess we can do something about that, and we don't need religion for that. That's what I'm trying to say. We don't need science to take care of our planet. You know what I'm saying? So just be a good person. You don't need to be perfect. There is no such a thing as perfection, not even on the universe. That's my opinion too. Things happen. We have the black holes, we have all those things, galaxies merging, and one, of course, will be destroyed to create some other things. The creation of the planets, everything. So when it happens, it will be suffering somehow. It looks like even on the creation of the universe, there wasn't this beautiful prospect of the planets, the galaxies, the solar systems. There was and there is suffering. Sometimes too cold or too hot, too rough. It looks like suffering and moments of pleasure is part of the existence. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. But folks, I also came to the conclusion that we don't have to know everything. There is no such a thing as knowing everything. When you talk about someone knowing everything, and then there comes God again, right? And I cannot, no longer, I can't accept the possibility of a being out there that knows everything, have the power to do everything, and can be anywhere at the same time, right? And it's still crazy things and bad things happening all the time. I know all the blames. I read the scripture more than you guys can think about it. I know a lot about this. But more I read, more I understood that no, that's not that simple. Because I can tell you, Mr. Nobody like you and me, in certain things, if you have any good inside of us, if you can avoid genocides and all other crimes out there, we would if you have the power to do so, right? Imagine if there was God on this matter. So, what I'm saying also is this: it don't matter much. It don't matter much. All it matters is let's do what we have to do the best we can. We don't have to understand everything to do what is right or what is good. We don't have to be a professor in doctrines, religion, or any subject on this planet to do what we have to do, or not do certain things that we're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. On your own sphere, do something good, and at least don't do anything bad, and working on it. Never mind perfection. We don't have to worry about that. All right? So I guess it is good to live for as long as we can. It is good to live for as long as we can. It is good to live for as long as we can. Let's do the best of it. Let's make the best of it. Let's learn to the end of our journey. And if you think you're going to heaven, good for you. Just do the right thing. Do a good thing. You don't need religion for that. You don't need politicians for that. You don't need someone to tell you that. Thank you.